Hello again, lords and ladies. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am the Godless Gamer, and you're watching the second episode of my new series, Path of the Samurai. This is using the Shokuho mod for Bannerlord, and I'm already having a really good time. You guys apparently are as well. Thank you to everyone who left likes and comments on episode 1. I appreciate it so much. That video is actually less than 24 hours old, and I'm just feeling this series so much that I just wanted to get another one out to you, just to show my thanks for giving episode 1 such a good reception. So thank you to everybody for doing that. I appreciate it. Let's dive back into this. I really do hope you saw episode 1, because that's when I laid out like how this campaign's going to play out, and that's when I explained a lot of the new mechanics that came with this mod. So if you want to do all that, if you want to go through the character creator with me and you haven't seen all that, go and check out episode 1. It was really fun. We're diving straight into the action in this one because now that we're a part of the army, we're a part of our dad's army now. I have no autonomy, so I'm just kind of a slave to my dad's will right now. But we did just get involved in a war on several fronts. We're fighting the Uesugi. We're fighting these idiots. It's not letting me click. We're fighting the Anukoji, if that's even how you pronounce it, and then we're fighting the Imagawa. So we are fighting a fresh war on 3 fronts, and it only just started, and I'm hoping that my dad plays an active role in the war and he's not super passive, because in the campaign that I played just to test this, he had a tendency to be on the passive side, and the more passive he is, the slower it's going to be for me to rank up. At the very least, I would like to just get out of the Ashigaru tree and get into the Samurai tree by the end of this episode. It may not sound like a lot, but if he's super active, we can get through it quickly. But if he plays a super passive role, it's just going to take longer. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that our dad has a brain in his head. He has 2 neurons to use, and he plays an aggressive role. So let's just unpause. We ended in Kofu. He's recruiting heavily. That might be a good sign. Even if he just fights bandits or whatever, that's fine. As long as we're in a oh, there we go. As long as we're in a combat situation and I have the ability to get kills, because getting kills will boost my experience, and I can rank up off of, just some bandits. It's a shame that he just abandoned them. He's just too slow. He wouldn't have been able to catch them. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a tournament in Kofu or one of the other settlements that he travels to. He's mobile. Rokaku no Ryogoku is no more. That means a faction just collapsed. Because factions have this name at the end of them. I'll show you. So every single faction in the game has no Ryogoku at the end of it. So this means the Rokaku faction has been destroyed, and there's a new shogunate. Oda Nobunaga has successfully marched on Kyoto and installed Ashikaga Yoshiaki as the new shogun of Japan. Although this was done with the intention of strengthening the Ashikaga shogunate, Yoshiaki will soon realize that he's another puppet shogun like Yoshihide before him. For now, the central authority of the shogun remains weak. Yeah, it's Oda who holds all the... Oda is the true power. Oda Nobunaga is the man behind the curtain. Alright, old man. Come on, Dad. Let's, do something. You've recruited enough. I don't know what the max size of his party is. I have no way of seeing. I can only see my max party size. I'm willing to bet his is like in the 300 range. We got some experience, so we do get daily experience, but that pales in comparison to the amount of experience I can get in battle. He's just bouncing around. I do have some money. While we're in town, maybe I can make use of that money. I could get a better saddle for my horse. Of course the red one. Of course the red one is the most expensive, but I'll do it. I can sell my old saddle. 469, that's not too much spent. I still don't need to buy food as long as I'm part of this army. Don't need to buy food. I am getting paid. And for now, the weapons that I'm using and the armor that I have are fine. As soon as I get upgraded, as soon as I get promoted, I'll get another armor set. He just really likes chilling in his castle. I guess that's his thing. Come on, man. Where's your aggressive spirit? There you go. That's the spirit. He's just gonna go to his village. Ooh. See, those bandits, even if we don't attack them, at least they act as a distraction to pull him away from his complacency. Alright, we're going into enemy territory right now. Alright, Dad. He's raiding a village. Wow, that guy just zoomed by. Did you see that? Caravans are just naturally fast, but when you're on roads in this mod, it gives you a really, really big speed boost. So that caravan just like shh. It's like going Mach 10. Alright, he changed his mind. And then he changed his mind again. If he raids this village, he might attract an enemy army that we can get into a battle with. I don't think we get any experiences if he's raiding a village. No one's responding. I like how we're just raiding this village in complete silence. It's taking him a while to do this. Takeda Shingen grants a castle to somebody, so we took a castle. Did we complete the raiding of that village? Ooh. Dad. Dad. Turn around. Attack this guy. Uh-oh. Now we're screwed. Now we're completely screwed. Alright, this might be the best time to mention something that I noticed while I was doing my testing. I noticed that when you're a part of an army, the leader is dumber for some reason. So, if I wasn't in this army, I'm willing to bet that he would be running right now. But because the player is a part of the army, he's just going to stand here and take it. This is not what I wanted to happen, man. I didn't want to... Alright, they're not attacking yet. Dude, can you... They're close enough to reinforce. We're about to get... Oh my god, I'm panicking right now. My heart is beating so fast. It's not the end of the world if we do get captured and we lose a battle. It's not the end of the world. But it's not great either. Good, piss off. My dad is so dead set on raiding this village, man. It's like he has no other goal in life. Bro, please. There we go. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. Yes! Are we going to capture them? We're chasing them into friendly territory. They seem to be a little bit faster than us. But that's the battle we want to get involved in. That's what I'm talking about. Please, 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 please. We just got some reinforcements. Yes. I just went from, like, panicking to being really happy. Takeda Shingen just created an army. He's creating an army, which is another good sign. Ooh, that's really good too. Things just took a complete 180. Alright, I was panicking 30 seconds ago. Now everything's going our way. Our dad is forming an army, which means that he's actively forming this army to go and do something. Like either take something or do something active, so he's not being passive. At the very least, he's not being passive. I predict we're going to get a promotion at the end of this, as long as I'm not stupid and I don't get taken out early. If I get at least a few kills, we can get a promotion. Alright, guys, we're gonna be a samurai in this episode. It's gonna happen. I turned down the opacity, I'm sorry, I can't even speak. The opacity of the little symbols above my army. They're still there. But I want to try to ignore them, and I want to use the color coding and the little flags that my soldiers have and differentiate my army that way. Just for a little bit more immersion. They have 41 archers, which is my counter. I might have to wait for the engagement to happen and, like, just charge in there and... Ooh. Some idiots who just got stuck on a tree. I'll lose some arrows. I do need to improve my bow skill. Horse archery was like an important part of, you know, samurai training. Like, horse archery was a huge part. Just being a mounted soldier in general was a huge part, but... Alright, here we go. This is not the best, because I'm getting stuck on trees and it's making me vulnerable. I got one kill. I'm gonna switch to a naginata, which is a swinging polearm weapon. We're eventually gonna switch to that, but I'm stuck with my Yari for now. They seem to be ignoring me for the most part. Dude, that looks so epic. Ooh, that guy? That guy's a Hatamoto. That's a special samurai. That's like an elite samurai. We haven't ever seen them. Whenever we come across them in like a recruit pool... Oh my god, I'm talking too much and I'm not... We got several kills. We're still gonna win this. And we'll still get a promotion. But that soldier type, the Hatamoto... Here's one. They're like samurai on steroids. They have their own special tree. I'll take a look at it when we get back on the campaign map. And they're really expensive to hire and recruit. I think they're like several thousand. 819, that definitely got us a promotion. And we did get some loot. Alright, we have to see a little exclamation point at the top left. Please, 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 please. Did we get a promotion? Yes, we got a promotion. So we're a top-ranked NCO. We're like Master Chief from Halo. We're like Master Chief, because Master Chief wasn't... His rank is technically not an officer rank. He's an NCO, but he's like the highest ranking NCO. So we're like Master Chief now. But this is the final rank before we become a samurai. Let's get our new equipment. A pointless wakizashi, which I'm never going to use. A new helmet. Better arm protection that's red. So we got a better helmet, and I think we got better arm protection. So we did get an upgrade. We have to re-equip our horse, and re-equip our saddle, re-equip our Yari, re-equip our lobster. The helmet that we got in the loot is better than this one. So we got an upgrade. And we're already halfway to the next... Oh my goodness, so we are going to become a samurai. Okay, so let's just look at the next tree. I looked at it very shortly in the last episode. Is it not Tosai? Oh no, Tosan? Yeah, this is it. So once we're out of the NCO ranks and we get into the officer ranks, I'm calling them, this is the tree we're going to go down, and I'm going to become a Tosan Heavy Cavalry. And then once we get to this rank, the next rank is when we get vassalized. But now that we're an officer, the progress... No, we're not an officer yet, I'm sorry. But when we do become an officer and we become a samurai, the rate at which you get experience, it's going to slow down significantly. Like, getting through the Ashigaru ranks is pretty quick, but getting through the samurai ranks takes a lot longer. But at least we'll start getting some badass armor. So we'll our first rank will be a lowly jizz samurai. We'll just be a freshly jizzed samurai, and then we'll go down the cavalry ranks. So this is the armor we're gonna get, and then this is what I'm gonna work for, and maybe not that one, this one, the completely red armor set. Dude, look at all these armor sets. They're all really sexy. The black and red one was cool too. This one. That one's pretty sexy. But, of course, I have to go for the red one. The completely red one. I'll do this one. But yeah, I'm just looking ahead. My eyes are bigger than my stomach. We're not there yet. But that's what I'm eventually going to be. And then I want to show you the Hatamoto. The Hatamoto, their starting rank is already really good, and they become whatever you want them to be. All of the different varieties of samurai, Yari samurai, bow samurai, gun samurai, horse archers, cavalry, they've got it all. They're samurai on steroids. So they're really expensive to hire. You have to find them in a settlement, and they're like several thousand to hire. But these are the guys that you want. They're the most impressive unit type. Just an aside, in the show Shogun on Hulu, which I mentioned that I was watching, Blackthorn, like the European guy that finds himself in Japan, Torunaga, who's the main character, who's supposed to represent Tokugawa Ieyasu, but he's in the story, they just give him a different name. But the character Torunaga gives Blackthorn the title of Hatamoto, and apparently it's really badass. So, that's just a small aside, because I am watching that show. I've watched it before, but I'm rewatching it. It's a really, really good show if you haven't seen it on Hulu. It's called Shogun. But those are the kind of soldiers that are super badass. And then the monks are pretty good too. The monk soldiers. They don't get quite as high ranked as the Hatamoto, but what's nice about the monks is that there's so much variety. There's so much variety. They lack in cavalry. That's the one place that they lack. But they do have pretty good gun soldiers, and they have good spear soldiers. So the monk soldiers are really good as well. Anyway, back to the game. It's too bad that I don't think there's a way to start the game with a culture that allows you to go down the Hatamoto tree. I don't think you can do that. So we're forming this army. Where are we going? The Hanjo no Ryogoku, so another faction, has been destroyed. The end of the Hanjo Rebellion. The Hanjo Rebellion has been crushed by the Uesugi. All rebel clans have been forced to recognize the authority of the Uesugi clan, and have been brought back into the fold. So if this had gone the other way, the Uesugi would have been... a big chunk would have been taken out of them, because then a rebel faction would have taken control of a settlement. So the Uesugi weathered a rebellion. Are we going to raid a castle? Ooh. We're not really strong enough to attack this castle, in my opinion. Our numbers are so close, but we might be getting reinforcements. But check it out, guys. We're going to get a siege attack against a castle. We haven't seen a castle yet. We've seen the inside of a city, but we've never seen the inside of a castle. Ooh, we took a castle somewhere else, and my dad took it himself. He claimed it for himself. I'm talking too much. I need to take a sip of water. I always got my trusty bottle of water next to me. Ooh, the Hojo. The rare instance where I'm paying attention to the bottom left. The Hojo, who are on this side of the river, are now at war with the Tokugawa, who are down here. Interesting. The Hojo were one of the major clans in Shogun too. And we did get some reinforcements, so now things are looking better. This is turning out to be a really good episode. It started really... We just started an alliance. Alright, who is it? We're allies with the Asakara no Ryogoku. I don't know who those are. They're a minor faction. Hey, Dad, I changed my mind. I'm out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Right when I'm on the cusp of becoming a samurai? No way, man. This battle might make us a samurai. Well, actually, I can't guarantee that, because it is a siege battle, and I could, you know, get taken out in the first 5 seconds. But you never know. Another army was created. So we're playing an active role. This is making me so happy. Thank you. It's turning out so well. Thank you so much. Are we not getting any more reinforcements? I wouldn't mind some more. Look at these guys trying to get in so badly. Since we're just waiting for this to happen, I should be talking about, like, all the differences in the new sieges. Otsu's are barricades, and then he's building braziers, which allow archers in the attacking army to fire flaming arrows. I don't think there's towers. In my entire time playing, I've never seen towers, but there is a ram. And there will be ladders as well. Uh-oh. Yeah, go away. $287 experience? I just want to become an officer so badly. I want to get out of the NCO ranks. I want to be an officer, man. I want to be able to officially call myself samurai, even if it's just a jizz samurai. It's a shame that I'm not a vassal right now, because I wouldn't mind this castle. This is a nice positioned castle. It's right on the shore. I get my very own shoreline, and I can build ships and get access to the sea. This would be a nice fief. It's kind of at the base of Mount Fuji, not Mount Fiji, Mount Fuji. I'm so sorry for any, like, Japanese viewers, if you're watching, or anybody who took offense to me getting that wrong in the last episode. It's, number one, it's because I'm dumb. And number two, I was close. I was close. I was in the ballpark. Alright, normally loading screens for battles take a while. Uh-oh. Alright, I hope the performance doesn't take a hit, because I am at max battle size. So far, so good. So far, so good. My frames have dropped a little. I just don't want to have to turn down the battle sizes. I want them to be epic and big. But the game is performing well enough. So this is a new castle. We've never seen this. We've never seen a castle. So we're going to have to go through several layers of defense. So we have to go through this bailey, and then go up the hill, go through another bailey, go up the hill again, go through another bailey, and then go up the hill again, go through another bailey, and then I think that's it. I might be off by one bailey, but there's a lot of them. So there is still a ram. Nothing changes there. But the ram only batters down the initial gate, because the initial gate is the strongest one, and then the subsequent gates are weaker, so the men are able to bash those down, but they're still pretty tough. But the ram is needed only for the first one. I don't know how good my accuracy is going to be at these ranges. Hey, I'm not shooting flaming arrows. Why is that? Ooh, I watched as that guy got hit right there in the tower. Now, I think for the future, I'm only using this bow for like a short period of time. I might eventually evolve to a gun. It's just that using a gun is good for siege attacks and siege defenses because you have defenses to hide behind while you're reloading, and then you can shoot again. So they're great for defense and for attacking, but they suck in open field battles because you have no cover. So I'll just temporarily use a bow. Alright, we're through the first gate. I'm not going in the first wave because I just don't want to get taken out. This is going to be a long battle. I don't want to get taken out in the first wave. But the defenses are destructible, as you're seeing, so that hasn't changed. We have a ladder going up this side. I'm not going through the ladder. I'm going up the... As soon as we make a dent here, I'll go through the gate. We are absolutely slaughtering as things stand right now. Look at that one guy, he's facing in our direction, and everybody else is trying to go forward. It's like he's trying to go in the opposite direction. Alright, so we're through the first gate. Now the defenders are going to retreat to the next bailey. Here's somebody important. I do like that the leaders are really identifiable to the rest of the army, because they have the cool helmets with the cool symbols on them. There's a word for those symbols on top of their helmets. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but there's a word for it. And there's also a word for the banners that the men have, and I'm drawing a blank on that as well. I wish I was a little bit more knowledgeable. I do apologize for that. But I don't think you guys are coming here to learn history. I think you're here to enjoy a good story. And I know cursory history. That's it. That's the best I can do. Alright, in real life, I can easily navigate this. This is so easily navigable. I could navigate that easily and get over that pathetic excuse for a wall, and there I go. God damn it. Alright, I didn't say it was going to be an easy battle. I apologize, guys, but at least you can watch this battle happen and we can speed it up. Just so you guys can get an idea of how the sieges progress. So yeah, using a gun like this guy in a siege defense is really good, because all you have to do is fire into the massive attackers and you're gonna get a kill, you know? It's just spray and pray. This guy's having a tough time shooting his gun, though. Oh, there he goes. Maybe I'll jump between the two. I'll have a bow that I use, and then I'll also have a gun that I use. But that means I have to split my focus points while I'm leveling up. I have to split them between the two skills, which isn't necessarily efficient. I'm not necessarily min-maxing. If I wanted to min-max, I would choose a weapon and stick with it. but I'm not going to do that. Alright, so we're through the next layer. In defense of the defenders, the defenses are the lowest level, and we outnumbered them significantly, so they're not putting up too much of a fight. And in my opinion, unless the better defenses really make it that much harder, in my opinion, I think it would be really tough to defend. I think that the attackers have the advantage. Because once they're through that gate, it's just open season. You really have to do the most amount of damage with your ranged troops while they're advancing. So if I was the defender and I was in command, I would have to micromanage to make sure that these range guys get to the next Bailey before they get taken out. Because that's what's going to happen here. We're going to get through the gate. They're going to put up a pathetic defense. And then all of these ranged guys are just going to get taken out, because now it's too late for them to retreat, see? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see when we're personally defending. So how many Baileys was that? That was like 6 Baileys. Is the terrain really that bad that they couldn't just skip all the Baileys? Yeah, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna critique just a little bit. But I understand it's how the game is supposed to work. But if I were an attacker, I would get up this way. There's no reason why I should have to go through 2 layers here. When there's a will, there's a way. There's nobody preventing me from being able to build some kind of siege works, or just to build some kind of earthwork ramp, because the defenders aren't in a position to engage the construction of a ramp over here. See what I mean? So if I were the attacker, that's where I would attack. It's an obvious weakness to me. But I'll chalk it up to the game mechanics requiring us to not cheat like that. And then maybe in this castle's defense, once it gets upgraded, maybe a weakness like that wouldn't exist anymore. I don't think I'm going to get a promotion from this, because I just wasn't around the whole time. They pulled back into the keep. We got wounded, so we can't take part in that. We still don't know. I might have gotten a promotion. It's still a possibility. 152 experience. Nope. I'm so sorry, guys. I could have done better. I did get a kill in that. I got a kill with my bow. The attackers advance on such a narrow front during siege assaults. Yeah, we didn't get a promotion. But we attack on such a narrow front during a siege assault that unless you're in the front lines, you're not really going to be able to get kills, because you have to be on the front lines to get kills, and being on the front lines is the riskiest place to be, so... I'm just trying to justify why I got taken out so early. Another big battle? Wow, check it out, guys. This episode is really turning out well. It's just that my health isn't the greatest for this battle. We're gonna catch them. The sun is going down, so it's gonna be a nighttime battle. If I have to turn up the, that option to get some better lighting conditions, I will. My healing rate isn't bad. It's because my lord must be serving as the surgeon. Or I don't know, but he must have a really good surgeon. Because I suck as a surgeon. Yeah, it's got to be somebody else, because my medicine skill isn't going up at all. It would go up if I was in my own party and just healing myself. So yeah, there's somebody else that's serving as a surgeon. I'm still stuck with my Yari. I want to switch to a Naginata. Maybe we'll get one in loot, but we're not going to get any loot if I don't perform well. Ooh, alright, we got some decent lighting conditions. I think open field battles are what we want. This is... We can perform better in open field battles. Hey, at least something hasn't changed. Horse archers just immediately suicide at the beginning. So that hasn't changed. Yep, there they go. I want to get like a good look at my entire army. It's not bad. I want to be a jizz samurai, damn it. Uh-oh, that's a... He had a cool weapon. Is that a gun? Is that a gun he has? No, that's... It can't be. I can't tell. He's getting further. He's faster than me. I can't tell. That might have been a gun. I didn't think you could use guns from horseback. Right. If you're really pissed, you're allowed to be pissed. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna get to benefit from this. Alright, I promise I'll be more responsible. God damn it. Ooh, that looks... It's a cool shot. We're definitely gonna win. I'm genuinely sorry, guys. I'm just... I say I'm gonna take it seriously, and then I just get one shot by archers. But that just goes to show how hard the game is. And how not having a shield is a huge problem. I could fast forward. They're getting reinforcements from right here. I don't know where our reinforcements come in. Look at all the dead bodies. I still have that option set where bodies don't disappear. Going as fast as I can. Ooh! Our reinforcements had a bunch of gun units in it. Yeah, because I didn't get any kills, I'm gonna get barely any experience. So here's all the carnage. It's cool. Only 7 experience. So I can't complain. It's not that I'm being not put in a good position to, you know, perform well and get a promotion. The game is putting me in the right situations. I'm just not making the most of it. As long as we become an officer by the end, at the very least. And we're still in an army, so we're still gonna be active. Uh-oh. Zengoro of the Shiwaku Shu declares war. That's not a faction, that's a clan. So a clan declared war on us. One of our enemies was just destroyed, the Enukoji. That faction's gone. The Uchigashima Ujimasa of the Uchigashima Shi. That's another clan, so another clan declared war on us. Miki Kunitsuna of the Miki Shi declares war on us, another clan. Alright, so just all hell is breaking loose. Alright, where are we headed? The Uesugi and the Takeda have made peace, so we're not fighting them anymore. So we're not fighting on... We're only fighting on one front, because the Anukoji were the people that were here, and they're destroyed now. That was one of our enemies. Now we're at peace with the Uesugi, and it's just the Imagawa. All they have is Sun Poo, Sun Poop, and Kakegawa Castle. So we've run out of, like, enemies all at once there. Crap. I didn't jump on that tournament when we were in town. I'm sure we'll come back to it, maybe. 287 experience. We just got more experience passively than we did in that battle. Ooh, he just took another castle into his own fief. Look at that. He's getting greedy, man. He's taking all these things into his own domain. Alright, Dad, good for you. He doesn't have an intent with this army. Are we still in an army? Yeah, we are. It's still made up of several parties. But he has no objective anymore, so I'm willing to bet that this army's going to dissolve soon. He formed the army for a purpose, and now that that purpose has been served, and of course we don't go back into the city, and of course the tournament is gone. Yeah, he has no sense of purpose anymore. Sucks that we missed that tournament, but I can sell some stuff. We're getting a higher salary. I'm gonna get some pack horses and pin them, and I'm gonna get rid of the Sumter horse, and I'm gonna unpin. I don't want to save them. They're irrelevant to us now. Now we can use pack horses for carry capacity. And can I afford... Oh yeah, whoops, I accidentally sold something that was a part of my old kit. Whatever. Can I afford a Naginata? Just barely, but that's okay. I'm gonna replace my Yari with the Naginata. So, selling the Yari... So I basically didn't spend any money. There we go. That Yari was not a part of my kit. That's what I started the campaign with. I'll do so much better with a swinging type polearm from horseback than I will with like a thrusting. Because that way, when I'm attacking an enemy formation, I can like skirt the formation and just use the reach of the swing to get kills, as opposed to like having to do a thrusting motion at like a 90-degree angle to the enemies that I'm trying to attack. I hope you can like picture what I'm trying to explain in your head. If I'm using the swinging weapon, I can maintain my forward velocity with my horse and just use the weapon to get the reach, as opposed to having to turn my camera to do a stabbing motion into the soldiers. You know what I mean? And long story short, I'm using a Naginata. I think I'll do better with it. It's still a pole arm. Go after these pirates. Go after these wacko pirates. In Shogun 2, they're spelt W-A-K-O. Wacko pirates, so I just call them wacko pirates. God damn it. Alright, he's in passive mode now. We kind of need another war to break out. We have a couple of armies that are doing things, but not our dad. He's traveling to Nirasaki. Alright. I guess he's just trying to re-recruit. But if he keeps dragging his feet, he's going to run out of influence and this army's going to break up. Come on, man. That's enough. Alright, go to Iwama and then let's move on, man. Damn it. He's recruiting and he's depositing soldiers in his capital. I mean, I don't blame him, but I mean, what's the threat? Like, who are you afraid of attacking Kofu? Nobody's going to attack Kofu. Yeah, he's just stuck in recruiting mode. He's just going to keep doing this until the army dissolves. Two clans were just destroyed. Or was it one faction in a clan? I didn't read in time. 287 experience. At least we're getting our exercise, constantly marching back and forth. Go after those looters. Go after the... That would suit me just fine, because I could get all those kills. Oh yeah, see, when I say now he's holding. So I told you. Terra is one of his, Now you might say to yourself, okay, if he's being really passive, just drop out of his army and go enlist in somebody else's army. I could do that, but that would drop his relation, because we are in the middle of a war. If I were to drop out of his army during a war, it would drop his relation. And if I enlisted in somebody else's army, I would have to start again. Like, not necessarily right from the beginning, but I mean, this is the leader of the clan. He's the leader of the faction. It's his army that I want to be in. He's the one that I want to impress. And he's the one that's eventually going to vassalize me. Yeah, maybe there's another tournament going on. Nope. I have no way to even instigate a war if I wanted to. We just have to hope that a war breaks out. Maybe there'll be a war with the Hojo. That would be a pretty scary war. But it would put his settlement on the front lines, and that's kind of what you need when your party's being super passive. Ooh, this is good. This is good. I can't believe I'm saying this is good and we're chasing 5 looters. He seems determined. He seems very determined to catch these looters. And then he gives up. I maybe could have gotten promoted off of those looters. So I prepared you. I told you in the last episode that this is what we should expect. Now that we're a part of an army, we have no autonomy, so we're a slave to his will. The Shiwaku Shu and the Takeda have made peace, so we just made peace with a clan. Alright, maybe now that one of his settlements is getting sieged, that'll light a fire under his ass and he'll... Nope, he seems too busy wanting to take on looters. There is a hideout, and that's another 287 experience. We're almost there. I promise by the end of this episode we'll become a samurai. We'll become a jizz samurai. I'll make it happen. But there is a hideout that's producing these Yato bandits out here, and that's good. Since we're traveling over in this direction, he might get caught up in a battle with them. See? Yes! Are they close enough to reinforce? See, there's the hideout. It won't get cleared unless I do it. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. I need you to catch these idiots. Please, 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 please. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, dude. Get on the frickin' Weight Watchers diet and lose some weight. Hurry up. He's so determined to capture these 5 looters. He just passed up a larger party of bandits. Wow, look how far we traveled, and we didn't even catch them. I'm getting so frustrated right now. That could have been my promotion. There we go. Why on earth is Takeda Shingen fighting looters when there's a war going on? What are you doing? The leader of the faction. Alright. Leave all of these people in the dust and try to get it. Oh, no, no, no. That tree screwed me. That tree screwed me. Yes, I hope my soldiers get slowed down. Good, 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 good. Oh my goodness, they took like 5 of them out right there. Oh my goodness. I need momentum for this to work. And he just stole my kill. Samurai bastard. I'll get some experience, but not as much as I would have if I had gotten a kill. Oh my god. I really wish there was a way you can influence... I don't know, whether it be through money or some other means. I wish there was a way for a player, not to necessarily tell him where to go and make all the decisions. I understand what the mod is trying to do. You're a soldier, you don't have power. But I still wish there was a way that you can at least bump him in the right direction, like push him or guide him in the right direction, like maybe give him advice or give him a suggestion or something at the cost of some money, like... Hey, I recommend you go and, like, raid a village or something. You know, something like that. There's another game I play. It's called Grand Tactician Civil War, which kind of operates... it's very different. But you can take part in an army on several levels of command. And even if you're not commanding the army, you still have the ability to, like... recommends that your commanding officer do something, and there's a means. I forget what the currency is called that you spend. It's like either influence or prestige. I think that's what it is, prestige. And you spend prestige to influence your commanding officer to do what you want to do. Decided to make peace with the Imagawa, so we have no wars anymore. That's it. We're not fighting anybody. We might be fighting a clan individually. Yeah, we're fighting individual clans, but we're not fighting any factions. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. Yes, go this way and fight the bandits, man. There's so many bandits over here. Oh, no! 208. This is what I have to look forward to. It's just the experience. So yeah, I prepared you guys for this. I told you that we'd be at the mercy of our Lord. But at least the episode started well. I just didn't... Ooh, there we go. There's some... Yay! Oh no. I thought we were getting involved in war. We're not. The end of the Kimotsuki Rebellion. The Kimotsuki Rebellion has been crushed by the Shimazu, my favorite clan, from Shogun 2. The Kimotsuki have been forced to swear loyalty to the Shimazu, ending their bid for independence. Alright, good on you, Shimazu. Kick some ass, man. They might be conquering Kyushu, which is the island that the Shimazu are on. I can't see because I can't move my camera. But hopefully the Shimazu are doing their thing over there and they're conquering. He's got the smell of blood. Aw, man. So yeah, he's just gonna patrol his land, but at least he kept this castle, because if he keeps this castle, that means his land, if we ever get involved in a war with the Hojo or the Imagawa again, even if he's just patrolling his land, it'll put him on the front line, so put him close to danger. Yeah, he's just dead set on recruiting. Oh, there's 11 guys. We might be able to catch them. Stop recruiting, it's slowing us down, man. You don't need 300 men. I think I'm yelling at my dad, or Daimyo. If I were to disrespect in real life, which a samurai disrespect his lord, I would have to, like, commit seppuku. Like, no joke, not even joking. That's what I... Go to Kofu, there's a tournament. It's like, why is it everywhere that I want him to go, he doesn't go? Another faction has been destroyed. There goes the Baba Yaga. There goes John Wick. There's another John Wick. Here's 13. Here's 13. That's attractive. Nope. They're gonna get him. This episode is not ending until I become a frickin' samurai, man. It's happening. I want to be a jizz samurai. There's 10. Alright, I'll do a tournament. There we go. And I can bet on every round, and I'm well equipped that I think I can do pretty well. And we'll get some recognition from our dad, since we're serving in an army and he's with us. If we're in a city with a tournament and we win, we get some special recognition from him. But that's if we win. But I want some recognition, damn it. I can't... Oh, it's a bunch of free-for-alls. I'll just take a swing and then move on. Get this guy off my ass. De-aggro him. Let them kill each other. Then I'll pick up the pieces, because that's what a samurai does. It's a nice occasion to use my katana. I don't have a katana yet. Are there any... Ooh, my dad. Is it going to be us against our dad in the end? That's going to be impossible. He's such a badass in combat. We might not even get there. I might not get that far. There we go. And we're actually presentable. I still don't have a beard. I want my beard. Nope, my dad got eliminated by an Ashigaru. That's shameful display. He should commit seppuku. Alright, at least we're using a weapon type that I'm training up. I wasn't paying attention to the prize. What was the prize again? See, that's when I try to end the cycle of block, attack, and that's when I screw up. Come on, I want to win this. And... Oh! Oh! We got close. I don't get my recognition. Come on, baby. Let there be a war that breaks out. Or come over this way, sir. Please, Dad. Pretty please, with the cherry on top. 2 clans. 3 clans were just destroyed. Uh-oh, he's putting his feet up. He's lingering too long. He's homesick. There we go. This is not the direction I want you to be going, man. He's just gonna drop off some soldiers. We should get our next weekly bit of experience soon. Hey, Dad, I heard tell. A little birdie told me that there's frickin' bandits over here. As soon as we get to tier 4 and we become a samurai and we enter, like, the officer class... Oh, there's a looters. Oh, you bastard. As soon as we get the officer class, we'll get some autonomy because he can send us on missions. He'll send us to do things like take out bandits and get supplies from a town and return it to the army, or scout out enemy settlements. So those kinds of missions. And doing those missions will get us experience, and it'll also improve his relation. But we need to be a samurai before we get the ability to do that. Yeah, he's just having a grand old time. I want him to stop recruiting, because if he stops recruiting, he can go slower, and if he's going... I'm sorry, he can go faster, and if he's going faster, he can catch some of these looter parties that he goes after for 4 seconds and then gives up. Yeah, see? So just stop dragging around so many soldiers that you don't need. The only soldier you need is me. There was a big party. They would just walk right by. We're going to Kotakari Castle. Alright, at least it takes us out of where we've been hanging out. That's all the way up here. So maybe we'll come across... He's going to change his mind halfway there. He did not change his mind. He was committed to coming to Kotakari Castle. It's because it's his fief. Because that's what he's doing. He's just patrolling all of his lands, and his lands are so far spread out. Oh my goodness, are we fighting the Shogun? I wanted a war, and we've got one. We're fighting Oda Nobunaga's faction. We're fighting the current Shogun. Because that's who just declared war on us. Ashikaga Yoshiaki of the Ashikaga declares war on the Takeda. Now, and as a result of that, because it's not that we got declared war on by the Oda themselves, it's just that they got pulled into a war. So I was asking for a war, and we got one. We got a big one, so we're fighting Oda Nobunaga. And we're fighting the Shogun. Holy crap. My dad's just been patrolling over here, and look at this. Now that this war is a thing, my dad has a settlement here that's right next to enemy territory, so maybe... We're also in a lot of danger, too, because we don't have a huge army. We're just our dad's party. There are some armies in the area, though. Ooh. Oh, he got in. See, this is what I'm talking about. Target-rich environment. Oh my god. Okay, not too much. Not too much. Let's not get out of hand here. We're gonna lose this. It's okay. Oh man, we're getting close to the end of the episode, and I didn't want to end with a loss, but I was kind of anticipating this happening just because I want to get involved in wars. I have to expect that he's going to make a dumb decision and do something that we can't handle. But yeah, according to the numbers, unless one of these people isn't actually going to get pulled into the battle, they're too far to reinforce. But we are outnumbered, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yes, we are. Only slightly, but I don't think I can do so well that I'm going to make a difference. We might get captured at the end of this, which kind of sucks, but... Which means that my dad's going to get captured, which means that we have to wait for him to get... We have to wait for him to escape from captivity so we can re-enlist in his army, and then... Because then I can't get promoted. We need to win this battle, and I just don't think it's going to happen. It's the hand we've been dealt, unfortunately. And I'm staying by my army. They're border hugging. That's what they're doing. Look who's coming over the horizon. Yellow banners. Those are a ton of archers. We want to avoid them like the plague. And of course, right as I'm about to attack, I get blocked. Stay away from the archer formation. Stay away. Stay away. Wow, am I gonna get, like, some kind of damage? And of course I get one shot. Their archers are staying all the way in the back, so maybe we will be okay. What are they doing? What are they doing? They're hesitating. Oh, of course I get hit by an arrow. Are you kidding me? We lost. We definitely... Look at all those losses. Look at all that red. Holy crap, we are getting demolished. What is happening? Why was it so one-sided? That was ridiculous. Wow. Dude, that was a completely one-sided battle. We didn't even stand a chance. There was no hope of us winning that. That was ridiculous. And of course, this is the situation we find ourselves in. It's okay. We'll escape eventually. The problem is, so I'm not enlisted in an army, so we're not getting any passive experience. So I can't get promoted passively from. I think I'm gonna have to drag out this episode longer. I thought I was gonna get to wrap it up soon, but I can't. I'm not ending this episode until I'm a freaking samurai. I'm not doing it. I'm putting my foot down. That was absolutely ridiculous how one-sided that was. I don't understand why it was so one-sided. Alright, I escaped, which is good. Now I have a new quest, which is return to service. But I can't return to service because he's still imprisoned. And we just lost a bunch of our equipment. We still have our naginata, we still have our helmet, our horse, and our saddle, but we lost all of the equipment that we had that was given to us. That was being loaned to us. We're near a city. And here's the battlefield remains. So yeah, I can't get promoted at all until my dad gets freed and we rejoin his army. I lost a few of my pack horses. I'm just getting clothes to put on myself while we wait to rejoin my dad. And I'll get some, like, shoe protection, just basic. No, they don't have any basic stuff. It's a lot of high-quality gear here, and no low-quality stuff that I can just equip. Who needs shoes anyway? Screw it. Since I don't have a salary coming in, I should try to make money, and I also need to feed people because I need to buy food now. Did I sell my pack horses? No, I didn't. It's a little overkill, but rice is cheap here because there's so much of it, so... And I have a lot of carry capacity. I'm not bothering with the tournament. Battle was fought here. Bodies scattered the battlefield, waiting to be looted by scavengers. There appears to be a massive amount of loot. If you decide to enter this place, be careful to not get too greedy. Flee if you fear yourself in danger. I'm not resorting to that. Not just because it would be dishonorable, and it's not the way of the samurai. I just think I'm not in a good position to do it. Maybe if I had some more health or something, I'd do it. So now we're just hanging out and waiting for our dad to get out of prison. All of the enemy armies that were enemies, we're not enemies with any of these people anymore because we're not serving in the army. So we're not a part of any faction, technically. So that's at least a bright spot. Hey guys, I should be back with you. What was instantaneous for you was about 15 minutes for me. I was waiting for my dad to get freed, and then after he was freed, I had to wait for him to, you know, not be incognito, all that stuff. I finally found him, and I'm rejoining his army. I swore that I would not... and this is actually on the bright side of all of this. if we rejoin his army, it's going to improve his... If I rejoin his retinue, it's going to improve his relation. See? Wait, didn't I already get a relation boost before? But whatever. We've been reunited with our dad. We can go back to getting passive experience. There we go. So our rank didn't change. We're exactly where we were. We got all of our equipment back. Everything is back to normal. Everything is back to normal. In my free time, I went to a village, or I went to a settlement, and I bought a new kimono, or new civilian garb that's red. So we need to re-equip our horse. Oh, no, not our civilian outfit. We need to re-equip our horse, re-equip our saddle, re-equip our naginata. There we go. So now we're back to normal. So as much as I would have liked to have gotten promoted during a battle, I don't think that's how we're going to get our promotion. I think we have to get it passively, because now that my dad has just recuperated his party, he's just going to be spending most of his time re-recruiting and building his party back up. At least I think so. No, he's on the move. He's embarrassed after having gotten captured by the Oda. But now he's back to his old ways. Business as usual. Are you going to capture him? The party's small enough. So yeah, we're not going to get a promotion off the backs of a... Oh my god, I have to wait another week. To wait another freaking week. Unless he goes attacks these looters. I'll take part in this tournament. I did like 2 of them during the cut that you didn't see. I did like 2 of them and I failed both of them. But I leveled up. Ooh, I can get a katana. Now that I have my equipment again, I feel more confident in a tournament. Maybe we'll get some recognition from our dad after this, if we win. I definitely blocked that way. I definitely blocked that way too. What the hell? There's so many named characters, this is not looking good. If we survive this round, we can go into the free-for-all, we can cheese it, and then if we survive the duel at the end, there's hope. Nope, there isn't hope, because in the first 3 seconds I got... Wow, my teammate got taken out early on. Dude, I wish I could express how, like, difficult it is. It's like, the combat is not easy, man. Not easy. Game is hard. Tournaments are so difficult. Have I won the tournament in front of you guys yet? Alright, return to enlistment. Alright, Dad, yeah, go after these looters so I can get a promotion in an honorable way and not just get it passively. The Imagawa clan has been destroyed. And of course we abandoned them. We could have... Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Imagawa clan was destroyed. The Matsuda clan has taken over. Alright, that week should be just around the corner. Then we'll get our promotion. And then I'm going to wrap it up there. I don't care where we are in the map. Whether we're in a city or out in the open, doesn't matter to me. Makes no difference. Nope, he's going to a city. Of course he is. So yeah, the Imagawa have been destroyed. We are still at war. We are technically still at war. We're still at war with the Miyoshi. But while my dad was imprisoned and while I was running free, waiting for him to get freed, the war ended. They didn't take too much out of us. I don't think they captured anything. I don't think the Oda and their faction captured anything from us. Yeah, he seems to not be interested in attacking any looters. Just wants to keep recruiting. Alright, where's my promotion? Give me my promotion, please. Right now. Yeah, 118. Yeah, with the amount of experience that we get every day, that's definitely going to give us our promotion. Are we going to end up in a city? Nope. He's a busy bee. So this is what I mean when I said that the early game was going to be slow. Because while I'm enlisted in an army, I have to do whatever they want. Alright, so I have a new yachty. We can start getting red armor. I'm finally a Jizz samurai. I'm choosing all the red ones. So there we go. So we've entered the officer corps. We are in the ranks of the samurai. I guess Jizz samurai is supposed to be like junior samurai? I don't know. That's my guess. But we're finally an officer. We've entered the ranks of the officer. Now, this is going to take a lot longer than it was to get through the Ashigaru. So, hopefully we get involved in another war soon, and then we can get pulled into more battles. I perform better, and we can get through these ranks a little bit more quickly. But that's where I wanted to end it. I said I didn't mind if we were in a settlement or not, so I'm just going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in today, lords and ladies. We did end up getting our goal, becoming a samurai. We fought a few wars. We got a castle siege. We had some open field battles. I didn't perform well in them, but we still got them. And I still had a ton of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you appreciate that I got this episode out a little bit quicker. This is like less than 24 hours after the first episode dropped. So hope you guys appreciate the speed at which I got this out. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave your comments. Continue to leave those comments and likes because those help the video so much. It helps the channel so much. So keep leaving likes, keep leaving comments, keep subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Episode 3 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.